Hi, and welcome to DH Squared. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a little bit of maintenance on your garage doors. So our garage doors are getting a little bit noisy and they get a little bit stuck sometime, and I think a lot might have to do with the rollers. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cleaning up the track, getting any excess grease and stuff out of it, and then change out each of these wheels. So I've seen a few different methods for doing this. One of them is somebody will come in and they'll bend this track out so that they can pop the wheels out, or the rollers. That's not the method I'm going to be using. I'm going to be loosening up this track so that the lowest wheel can get off of the track, so we can swap it out and put it back on. I don't really want to deform this and then bend it back. Other methods are to come up here and remove the screws from this hinge and then swap them out that way. I really don't want to do that either, especially because this lowest wheel, you never want to do that because it's under tension with a cable up to the that's lifting the door. So if you were to remove that, that would potentially go flying up and could hit you and hurt you. It'd be really hard to get it back on. So never do that to this one. So this bottom wheel, you're gonna have to find some other method anyway. So I'm gonna show you that. The top wheels, they're easy to do because you can just twist that track a little bit and pop them out and change them out. So you can probably do the first maybe 3 wheels that way, or maybe even 4. I'm going to try to do the top 4 and see how that goes. And then just this bottom one, you know, remove this lower track here out of the way, have it come and remove it that way. Another thing I'm going to do is clean this out. You can see it's got some grease in there or something. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to just clean all that out. I'm going to spray some WD-40 in there, and I'm going to wipe it out with a rag and clean that track up. So I'm just going to spray some WD-40 in here. Set that down. And I'm just going to come up in here and I'm just going to wipe out any of that excess grease and just clean that up good so it's not getting all gunked up and all that. So just clean this track out good. So I'm just going to do the whole track like that on both sides. Okay, now you can see I got that track all good and clean. Cleaned it out with a rag with WD-40. I just went up and I did the whole track on both sides. So we got that all nice and clean like new. So now I have the door open, and all I'm gonna do is twist this track and pop these wheels out. So I'm gonna twist it, I'm gonna pop out the first 4 wheels and change out all 4 of those. But I'm just gonna twist this track, so I'm just gonna grab this and twist it. You can see it has some give. So I'm just gonna take this and just kind of pop it up. So there, now I got it setting up on the track. I'm just gonna do that with the remaining 3, and then I'll show you how we swap out those wheels. So it turns out it's easiest to do them 2 by 2. So I just popped out the first 2. Then I'm gonna change out the wheels. Here's my new one. Let those go back in the track and then pop out the remaining 2 that are on the horizontal. So I'm just gonna lift up a little, pop out the old one, slide in the new one, and we're good to go on that one. I'm gonna lift it up, pop out the old, and slide in the new. Then we're gonna just twist this and get these both to line back up in the track, and then we'll be ready to go on to the next 2. So it turns out getting this 4th wheel by twisting the track at the top is really hard. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosen up the screws on the track down below here. You can see my wrenches on there. I'm gonna loosen those screws and move the lower track out of the way, then roll the door down so the first and second rollers go past where I disconnect this to change those two out. Changing out the first three was easy to do by twisting the track. So let's remove this. So just get a wrench on there, loosen these up. This is a 7/16 wrench that I'm using back here. So let's just loosen this up. So once I remove those nuts, you can just pull this track off. You know, it comes disconnected there. And I think we're gonna probably loosen up and remove the second one too, maybe even the third one down there, just to make it easier to get this out of the way, because it moves, but it doesn't get out of the way quite enough. So let's go ahead and remove this one, and while we're at it, one more right there. All right, now that we have this track able to move out of the way, we can kind of just move it out of the way somehow and get the wheel to come past like that. So we got the wheel there. So we can go ahead and change this guy out. So we can go ahead and put the new guy in there. Then we can just pull this down by hand just far enough to get to this second wheel. Take that guy out. Put the new one in. Then we'll just feed it all back up, back into that track there. Let's see, sorry for the movement. There, so now we're back in the track. And then we can just go ahead and get this guy put back in. So we'll get that put back in and show you the final result. Okay, we got these screws put back in with the nuts tightened. We got this one put back in, and here's our end product. We have the 5 new rollers on this side, and you just repeat the same operation on the other side and you're good to go. So it's maybe a 10 or 15 minute job start to finish. So thanks for watching and good luck to you, and please leave a comment. Thanks.